Hello, shelter supporters. This is Zach Eichten, Director of Public Policy with the Minnesota Coalition for the Homeless, here with our Week 11 MCH Legislative Update and Recap. This past week, we had a hearing in the Minnesota Senate on Senate File 455, which is our investment into the Emergency Services Program bill. What it would do is add $15 million to the base budget for this program that desperately needs the funds. We had a testifier, one of our coalition members, Julie Jepson, the Executive Director of Stepping Stone Emergency Housing in Anoka. So let's turn it over to Julie for that testimony now.
My name is Julie Jepson. I am the Executive Director for Stepping Stone Emergency Housing located in Anoka. We are a unique emergency shelter open 24/7, which is the only emergency shelter of its kind in Anoka, Washington, Dakota, Scott, and Carver counties. Plain and simple, shelter saves lives. A life like Nick, who came to us this winter with frostbitten fingers and toes. A life like Diane, who rented a room from a gentleman suffering with severe dementia who feared for her life. And a life like Marcus, who unintentionally showed us his bare back to staff that showed healed lash marks from being beaten. Stepping Stone just doesn't offer a place to lay your head, wash yourself in your clothes, and eat a warm meal. We offer support and community that so few of our residents have, but is so essential to life. Over the past years, we have all seen through panhandling, people living in their cars or camping in public spaces, the growing number of those experiencing homelessness. These past 12 months in particular have shined that spotlight even brighter. Amazingly, state, county, and local agencies and organizations have come together like never before with much needed money and resources. We saw our community become more generous than ever before. And while all this was happening, what also happened? Our waiting list grew and grew and grew. The cry for help is far exceeding the ability to help. I'm respectfully asking for your support of Senate File 455 to ensure that those nonprofits like Stepping Stone, who survived this past year, may continue giving the much needed life support to those experiencing homelessness. The cost of doing business continually increases. Shelters are not exempt from those added costs. Stepping Stone and shelters around the state are the first step toward housing stability for our residents. The Emergency Services Program is a lifeline that allows for local organizations to provide local solutions to our homeless population. This is truly the most flexible tool to address homelessness across the state. However, the current investment is not enough. A strong and bold investment in this program will move people in stable housing and stay in stable housing much quicker than we can right now. So what's the answer? COVID has shown that homelessness and those experiencing it must be prioritized. In order to move forward, we must invest. Invest now in those of us who are established, proven nonprofit leaders with innovative, affordable solutions to the vital need that is shelter. We, along with all those who have lived experience, come to the table with realistic and attainable answers to the vastly complex issues of homelessness. Please support Senate File 455 and invest in our communities, invest in your neighbors who are needing a helping hand to get back on track. Thank you for your time, and I'm available for any questions you might have.
Thank you, Julie. And I also just want to take the time to listen into what our chief author, Senator Utke, had to say in his words of encouragement for why folks should support the bill.
Just one line that I had written down from before on this, and it's just something that we can leave with, and that's the fact that remember that emergency shelters are the starting point to someone gaining stability. So it does play a real important part and turning people's lives around. So thank you.
So thank you to Senator Utke for your words of support. Thank you to Julie for your testimony. We're going to be pushing for this really hard as we near the end of session. This week is the second deadline. We have a lot of testimony, a lot of support needed still as we move forward towards the end of session. So definitely stay tuned for how you can be helpful. Do those action alerts when they come to you, and we will catch you soon. Thanks, folks, and we'll see you next time.